Hi, I'm Tom Coughing, CEO of Coughing Data Warehousing, and thank you for coming. I want to talk to you about Azure Synapse and the beautiful row number analytic. This is going to be really interesting. I'm going to come up here and we'll view this in light mode. And now I'm going to do a join on the claims table. So I right click and say Super Join Builder. What's it joined to? The subscribers. So I have a table of subscribers. They will file claims. And let's look at the data first. So I just check mark what I want to see on the report here, and I'm going to be good to go here. That's my SQL that's been built for Azure Synapse. And now I want to do an order by in here, and I'll order by subscriber number, member number, and claim date. So let's look at the data, understand the data, and then we'll put the row numbers on there. So I execute this, and here is my report. Here's subscriber number. Notice it's 1,000,001 for this family. So a subscriber number is a family, and a member number is a member of that family. This is the Andersons, Linda, Michael, and Bill. Family subscriber 1. Here's the Bakers. They're subscriber 1,000,002, and notice there's 3 members here. That's what I want you to see. A subscriber number is a family, and then within that family, we have different members. That's what we want you to understand here. So Linda Anderson is subscriber 1,000,001 and member 1. There's all the claims that she has filed. Michael is member 2 of that family, and so on and so on. So let's look at the SQL a little simpler. I've cleaned this up, and we will take a look at this to the side. So here is our data once again, and right here we go. So now here is Linda Anderson, here's Michael Anderson, and so on. So I'm going to take off this order by, and we're going to do a row number. Watch very carefully here. I'm going to put in row underscore number. Let's make it bigger. I'll put a space, or I don't even have to have a space because I'll have open paren, close paren right after that, because row number is a function. You'll see the word over, and that means it's an ordered analytic. So watch this. In the paren, I'll say how I want the data to be ordered first. It will order the data first on this result set, and then it's going to put a row number on the ordered row starting with the first row. So I want to sort the data by subscriber number and member number, and I will see, oh, there's subscriber or family number 1,000,001, and then I can see member 1, member 2, and member 3. So the data is first sorted like this, and then after it sorts, it will then put a row number on each and every row on the sorted data. That's what's clever about this. Now let me show you this in slow motion. I'm going to get rid of this row number. So watch it disappear. It disappears. So in a sense, the data first sorts exactly like this by subscriber member number. And then it says, now that the data is sorted, oh, I'll put the row numbers in there. That's the way an ordered analytic works. Sometimes they're called window functions. We've got 2,000 rows, so this just puts a row number from 1 to 2,000 here, and you go, oh, Tom, I thought you said this was going to be powerful. It will be, but I want you to understand how it works. Sorts the data first, then it does the row number function. Now here's the next step, very important. I'm going to say partition by, which means reset the row number calculation or group it. I want it grouped by subscriber number. And I'm going to put a little order by down here so the report comes back making perfect sense. So order by subscriber number, member number at the end of this and my row. Now watch. The data comes flying back, and we're going to see, oh, now we see that we have the Anderson family and their subscriber number 1,000,001, and that's what we're partitioning by. So every subscriber number that changes, we're going to reset this row number. So there were 9 claims here. They got rows 1 to 9 here. When it moves to a different subscriber, the Bakers, Notice that the row number resets and starts over. There were 7 claims by the Baker family. Row number 1 to 7. That's what a partition statement does. So we control when data resets or groups, and we control how it sorts. So now I'm going to partition the data, not by the family. I want the row number to reset with each individual person, which is subscriber number and member number. And then once you do that, I want the data sorted by the claim date. It's going to default to ascending, but I'll put an ascending in there. So we're going to partition by an individual person, and we're going to order by claim date ascending within that individual. Now this gets a little more specific. We will see, first of all, Linda Anderson as an individual, and we'll see that she's had 3 claims. And the first claim is the first row is the very first claim she had. It's got row number 1 here. And then we can also see that we have Michael Anderson, the very first row number 1 for that individual. That's their first claim, and so on and so on. So we really control now who gets row number 1. And that's based on the sort by claim date ascending. Now watch what we're going to do. We're going to go out here, and this is where it gets really brilliant. Sometimes people say, hey, can I see the last claim per person or the first 2 claims per person and things of this nature. That's what we're going to do now. Watch this. I'm going to show the last claim for each individual. So I'm going to say the last claim, well, I put order by claim date descending in there. And now the last claim is going to get the row number 1 for each person. So when we see this now, we go, oh, this is Linda Anderson's claims. And we can see that, oh, the very last claim date of 2016-02-24, that's getting the row number 1. Oh, this is interesting. And Michael Anderson, that was the last claim that Michael had, if you look at that. So we control when it resets with the partition and how the data is sorted within that individual. So now we're going to take it one step further. We're only going to show the last claim for each individual. So to do that, I've got to create a derived table, a temporary table. And I just put with derived table. I give it a name. I could call it Tom as, and then I put an open paren around my actual query. That means, hey, I want you to run that select statement. I'll get rid of this order by. I want you to run this select statement, but I want you to put the results in a table that I'm naming derived table. And that's called materializing the table. Now that I have a derived table with those results, that's a real table in a sense. So now, anytime you create a derived table, there's always 2 select statements. One to populate the table or materialize it. The second is to select from it. So I'm going to put a space in here between these, but this is one query. So now I select everything from the derived table. I can put a where clause because this data exists and I only want to see where the row number is equal to 1. And now that's how I can see each individual's last claim. There's Linda's last claim, there's Michael's last claim, there's Bill's last claim, and so on. Notice they all have a row number 1 because I put it in a derived table. Now let's get a little fancy here. You'll sometimes say, hey, I want to see the first 2 claims for each individual only. So what do I do here? I control when it resets with a partition, and I control how the data is sorted. So now I say, I want claim date ascending. So that's how the data will be sorted. The first claim is going to get the row number 1 for each individual. And then the second claim, row number 2, because that's how it's sorted. Now I can select from my derived table where the row number is less than or equal to 2. I could have said less than 3 or less than equal to 2. It's the same thing. And now I'm going to see the last 2 claims for each individual person. And there they are. Bingo. Notice the row 1 and 2. So this is how you use the row number command to, to find specific rows for individuals or any grouping you decide. Now let's just go ultra fancy on you here. Watch this. We're going to make this just a little nicer so you can get that raise you've been looking for. I am going to come out here and I'm going to put a case statement in here to go, hey, select everything from the table, but also I want you to case this row number. And now it's going to say, oh, there's the first claim, there's the second claim, first claim, second claim. And that's the row number on Azure Synapse. Thank you for coming. I'm Tom Coffing, CEO of Coffing Data Warehousing. Reunite your data. If you're interested in the Nexus, you can get yourself a free trial. Just download it from our website, coffingdw.com. And if you're interested in purchasing, give me a call or email me, sales@coffingdw.com. Let me give you my cell phone, 513-300-0341. Thank you and I hope you enjoyed today's lesson on the row number.